Welcome to ProjectME, the podcast. I'm your host, Tiffany Carter, the founder of ProjectME, multimillionaire entrepreneur, former TV newscaster, money-making expert, female empowerment speaker, and self-proclaimed office supply addict. My mission is to take the mystery out of making big money. Every week on ProjectME, the podcast, I'll share success tips, strategies, and stories from other entrepreneurs, experts, and millionaires, showing you exactly how you can achieve your most exceptional life. Now let's get to it. Exciting announcement for all of my listeners. I've officially opened my exclusive group, the ProjectME Passive Income Posse, to the public. This group is by application only, so we can keep the group high vibe and spend our time, energy, and expertise only helping those of you who truly want massive success and impact. You get live weekly trainings from me, special guest coaches, and direct access to me and my business partner for all of your questions. To learn more and apply, go to projectmewithtiffany.com, click on Work With Me, and select ProjectME Posse. And of course, any questions, feel free to DM me at ProjectME with Tiffany. Welcome to ProjectME with Tiffany Carter, the podcast and posse. I'm your host, Tiffany, and today we are going to get you guys selling your damn digital offers, whether it's group coaching, solo coaching, courses, programs. Enough's enough already. And I'm going to teach you by sharing with you some of my biggest mistakes and some of my biggest wins so that you guys can know what to do, what not to do, and learn from someone who has done it all, really. Not saying I have everything figured out. We always have more to learn and more to refine. But over the last 12 years, I've made a few mistakes. So I want to make sure you guys learn from them, because my goal here is always for you guys to have success faster and easier and with more fun than I ever did. This is how I pay it forward. So my longtime listeners know that I have another company called TLC Enterprises. No, I did not realize it sounds like I was running a brothel, given that it's TLC. Those are my initials, and my name's Tiffany. And I used to live between Las Vegas and Los Angeles for many, many years running that business. And I used to take the quintessential stripper flight out of Burbank Airport. For those people who are local in LA, you might be aware of that, where all of the hustlers, porn stars, and strippers that live in LA get on a flight on Southwest on Wednesday afternoon or early evening to go to Las Vegas for prime Vegas time to make their money, to shoot their films, and you know what I'm saying, to do all the things and serve all the people. It was quite entertaining. So when I was in Vegas and I would hand, my business card out, especially in the beginning, like that was a thing. It's still a thing in like the corporate world. People want business cards in that setting. They would be like, TLC Enterprises. Interesting. I didn't make the connection, but my reason for sharing with you about my other company is so that you understand my background when it comes to digital marketing. So that company, the main niche is in pharmaceutical, medical, physicians, healthcare professionals, and health supplements. So it's more corporate clients, but doing all sorts of digital marketing for them, like campaigns, Facebook advertising, social media, email lists, courses, programs, digital events, trainings, all of that stuff. So I was very familiar with the digital space when I started ProjectME with Tiffany Carter 2.5 years ago, but I was not familiar with the personal branding space, meaning how to do it and be successful, where I'm the teacher, I'm the coach, I'm the person who is the face, and I'm also the person creating the products. It's very different psychologically. It's also a very different client avatar, and it might as well be a different world. But I do have, an extensive amount of experience in both, and I've made a shit ton of mistakes in both, and I've had a lot of great wins. And I'm going to teach you today how to do this by sharing those things and being really transparent, as per usual so that you guys can get to where you want to go in your business and your bank accounts much faster and with more fun and ease than I ever did. So let's start with talking about what I don't want you to do. Worst mistake you can make is creating products, programs, courses, ebooks, whether they're free or they're paid offers, when you're like, sitting in your favorite chair, having a cup of tea and you're very inspired, or when you're with some of your, hashtag boss babe or boss dude friends, and you're like, what a great idea. I have such a cool idea for a program. Let's collaborate. And you love it and you fall in love with it and it would be really beneficial to them. But your ideal client has never said they wanted it or told you they needed it from you. Not a good plan, even though you meant well because you know that it would be beneficial to them. People don't buy what they don't believe they need. I don't know if you could hear the clapping in the background. There's clapping for emphasis in between each word. They just don't. People will not buy what they don't believe they need. So you need to make it easy on yourself and allow your people, I don't care what your audience size is. If you have 100 people, you need to pull friends, family, strangers that are ideal clients, go into Facebook groups, join membership programs like my ProjectME Posse, ask people inside there, where it's designed to collaborate and help each other. You need to ask people, what do you believe you need? And then insert your niche, right? What would help you the most? Get creative with how you ask this question, because I see a lot of people who have heard like, okay, you need to, ask your people, poll your people what they want, and then you create products around it. That's facts. But when you ask questions like, what are you struggling with? What is the hardest thing that you deal with in your business? A lot of people won't answer you because that's very vulnerable and very personal. For me to tell you what I truly struggle with, maybe not me, because, I'll be straight up about it. But for me to go really deep with you about something I'm struggling with, whether in my personal life, professional life, health, whatever it is, I'm not going to go real deep with you. You ask that off the bat. That's pretty personal. So you have to get creative with how you ask it, right? Like you can use the multiple choice quiz sticker or the multiple choice poll option in Facebook, and you give them choices of A through D or something like that. And which one would help you the most if you learned how to do this in your business, in your fitness, in your health, in your life. Get creative with how you ask it and make it very easy for someone to answer. Don't even bother using that question sticker that we have on Instagram. Unless you have a really big account or an account that is insanely engaged, you're not going to get that many people answering that. That's more work for them. I would rather see you use the quiz sticker or the poll option in Facebook where it's like they're answering a multiple choice. And you can also encourage them, and if there's something I didn't cover here, DM me. And in Instagram stories, there's a DM me sticker, and you want to use that because you tap on it and it takes people right to your DMs. And, if you're in Facebook or another platform, just say, if there's something I didn't put here that would help you more, drop it in the comments below or private message me, either way, right? And that way, and you're going to get way more answers that way because you want more. Again, if you have a small audience, you can go ask these questions without being gross or sleazy, like out of where you're truly wanting to know. Go ask in target rich Facebook groups. Go ask in LinkedIn groups. Go ask, friends and family and acquaintances and people who really could be potential ideal clients, right? Go do that. That's how you're going to get the information. But if you just start assuming, you're going to end up in Broketown. I'm just telling you, it's not going to work. I've made a lot of assumptions. I am a Virgo after all. So, all of our traits, whether it's Enneagram or it's astrology or Myers-Briggs, right? We all have, so to speak, highlights, and we have, kind of annoying traits. And an annoying trait of a Virgo is like, if you ask who's right in the room, the Virgo's always right. Like, we always know. So it's like, oh, well, I know what you need. Well, I might be right, and you guys might be right as the experts too, but it doesn't mean shit if your ideal client isn't there yet and they don't believe that's what the solution is to their issue. I used this example when I was doing a live speaking thing at Fitposium over the weekend. And I know I have a lot of fitness and wellness professionals that follow me, and you guys are, a lot of you are listeners. And I use the example of no one gives a shit about having a strong core. Unless you're someone who's like a gymnast, you're like a true yoga devotee and you're really fine tuning your practice. You're someone who's had an injury, or maybe you're a fitness professional yourself, right? With that expertise. But your ideal client, let me tell you guys something. I've been in fitness my entire life. This is the longest I've never not been in the gym since I was 15 fucking years old. Really, 14 years old. Who remembers Bally Total Fitness? My Midwesterners. I think there were Bally's on the East Coast too. I just sounded so Midwest with a Chicago accent when I said it. It was like Bally's was like LA Fitness. And then they had stand-up tanning beds. Thank you. Which I used all the time. Wonderful sun damage I have from that. But isn't it amazing how tan fat does look so much better than normal fat? I just think so. So we don't care about our cores. What we care about are ab lines. What we care about is having a flat tummy. What we care about is not having muffin top. What we care about is our jeans not fitting tight. And when was the last time any of you ever wore jeans? Like, I swear to God, it might as well have been 10 years ago. I have not put on one pair of jeans. And to be honest, right now I'm afraid to, because it'd have to be a solid guarantee that shit's going to fit. And I thought the other day, I was like, oh, I'm going to be cute and wear, a cute tee and a boyfriend jean. Cause I'm like, I'm in fall vibes, even though it's like 90 here in LA. And I went to do it and I go, Tiffany, don't do it, because if those fucking baggy boyfriend jeans don't fit, it's going to spin your ass out. And I was like, you're right. And so I put on my 80th pair of black leggings. Thank you. Who else is with me on this? Let me know. Take a screenshot, share this episode on your social media, preferably on Instagram and Facebook stories. Tag me at ProjectME with Tiffany and be straight up. Like, ask your people, when was the last time you even bothered putting on a pair of jeans, let alone pants? Thank you so much. All right. So we don't care about our core. We care about flat tummies, ab lines. Do you see what I'm saying? So if you titled a program all around strengthening your core, get your core tight in 2020, I'm telling you right now, no one cares. They're going to buy the get rid of that muffin top for good in 8 weeks in 8 weeks and 20 minutes a day. That's what people are going to buy. I'm just saying. So I want you to make sure, by me telling you my mistakes and what not to do, I'm also conversely telling you what you should do. Okay. So I want you to poll. I want you to ask, and not one time. You'll notice if you are following me in my Instagram stories. I even do it in Pinterest. I do it everywhere. If you don't follow me on Pinterest, you're missing out. That shit's good. And it's different content. I do it inside my secret posse, which is my special email that goes out once a week that teaches you guys mindset, manifestation, and money tips that you can't get anywhere else. So sometimes I will do polls within there. But here's another clever way to tell what people are interested in. Look at your engagement, your email open rate. I don't care if you have 100 people on your list or 50, right? Which emails get open the most, which topics, which posts get the most shares and saves and engagement, and what videos get the most shares, saves, and engagement. This will give you a really good indicator of what your ideal client really wants from you. This is yet another reason why I strongly advocate against you guys being tempted into buying followers or buying engagement, because you are fucking yourselves on 1,000 different levels, because you're missing out from getting true feedback from your ideal clients on what to create. Because, Joe who claims that, he lives in Ohio, but he's really in Zimbabwe and he's a bot isn't going to really buy anything from you. You know what I'm saying? So what I want you to do is do tests. So you have a great idea. I'm all about dreaming, daydreaming, luxuriating, and coming up with really cool ideas and being inspired in things you want to teach your people and to help your people. Amazing. Now I want you to test those ideas, test those programs, test those things inside your posts, videos, Instagram stories, everywhere you can think, and use that same subject matter. You don't have to be as blunt as saying, I'm thinking of creating a program about this. No, you can just do posts around the same subject matter and see if it hits, see what works and what doesn't. That's why I love, and big companies love it too. We do reports. My other company, they get all corporations love those damn monthly reports. We do these detailed reports to show them what the customer feedback is, what topics really resonate with them, what do they engage with the most, what posts bomb and what subject matters bomb, because it's really telling on which things don't do well. As I don't even know how to say this. It is really telling. Let me try this again. It is really telling when you see what posts don't do well, just as much as the posts that do well. I don't even know if I said that right. And guess what? 0 fucks given. All right. Another mistake. I've made it. I've made it even in podcast episodes and freebies. And I know so many of you are overgivers because like attracts like. I'm very open that I have to be cautious about my overgiving. It's a beautiful trait, but it can turn into a form of self-sabotage, and it's not good. So stuffing too much info inside of a program, a course, a book, whether it's free or paid, that's not good. It overwhelms your customer, and it's just too much. And overwhelmed buyers who are getting like fire hosed with, and this is this, and it has this, and a da 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 da. It's too much, and overwhelmed buyers don't buy. They run away. Because you know why? It sounds like too much work. It just sounds like too much. I know that you see out there, people have programs and they're like, we have 17 bonuses, right? You have to really be savvy and pretty well practiced at knowing how to present an extreme number of bonuses like that in a way that won't overwhelm your ideal client. And it doesn't work for every niche either. You have to be careful how you do that. I just want to let you know this. I have opened up slots for my 90-minute private coaching sessions. These are really great to utilize when you're trying to nail down an offer. Finally figure out and stop spinning your wheels about what is your profitable niche, who is your ideal client, so you know exactly who you're talking to and where to find them. These are some examples of like key things and core things you need to have nailed down in your business. If you just want to do a single 90-minute session with me, I offer them for only $497. I will be raising the price soon. I opened them up 2 days ago. All of this week is already gone. They're sold out. So go to the link in my bio on Instagram at ProjectME with Tiffany, and then you'll be able to see what time slots are in there. But you want to make sure you get something clear and nailed down. I would go grab one of those before you spend more months trying to figure it out, or by putting stuff out there that doesn't sell and you've poured your time and energy and love into creating your program, your course, and all these things, and then it doesn't work. Like, don't do it on a hope and a prayer and a maybe and a finger cross. I want you to go into it with having confidence and a strategy and stacking the deck in your favor. That's what we're doing. It really still is all experimenting. There's no guarantees in advertising. Even if you're a big brand, like Procter and Gamble or something, there is no guarantees that an advertising campaign is going to work. There is no guarantee that a Facebook campaign is going to work. I don't care if you hire the best ad agency and digital marketers in the world. There is no guarantee, but you're stacking the deck in your favor. You're making the odds much more likely that you're going to succeed by having someone help you map it out and show you the way, who has made the mistakes and has done it. So I just wanted you to know that those 90-minute sessions are available for you. They go very quickly. Obviously, my entire schedule can't be filled with them because that wouldn't make me enough money for me to have my luxuriating life. Now, would it? So let's go back to the stuffing thing. Don't stuff too much. And here's why most people do it. Because they're like, well, I really want to charge this price and I'm not giving enough for the price that I want. So I'm going to have to give them more for them to buy it. Or deep down, you're like, well, I don't have that many followers and I don't have the credentials like, Polly the fitness influencer. So I'm going to have to give them way, way more for them to want to buy from me. If you're adding a bunch of stuff in your program and it's really coming from a place of self-doubt, uncertainty, lack, it is going to fail. I promise you, I've done it. It's going to fail. It just is. Where I've gotten caught up where it's like, okay, well, I want it to be a high ticket program. So if it's high ticket, I have to give them more. No, you don't. You need to solve the problem that you solve or help alleviate or lessen the problem that your digital product, program, course, whatever it is, claims that it's going to do. Period. No one cares. No one cares if it's flashy or splashy. One of the best programs that I've ever bought, I believe there was like one color used in the whole thing. There were no fancy graphics. It was very plain, but the information was spot on. And there was, a lot of humor involved, which I'm all about. And there were, great templates and stuff I could print out, and they weren't pretty or anything, but it solved the problem I was looking for. So I was happy and I would absolutely buy again. And I think I paid $10,000 for it. I'm pretty damn sure I paid 10 grand for it. And then there's other things I've bought where I was like, oh, it's $297. Learn how to make, an amazing digital course. And there were like 50 modules, templates, this, that. It was way too overwhelming for me. And I probably did like 3 or 4 modules and then I stopped. I was like, I don't have time for this. This is too much. And then guess what? When that person goes to offer something else again, I'm not going to buy because I didn't finish the first damn thing. So if you overstuff something and make it too long and then you have no one finish it, therefore they're not going to get results, do you think they're going to buy from you again when you have something else to offer? I would rather you do less is more. Okay. I was like, I can't even read this next one. Oh, I see what I wrote. Oh my God, my handwriting. All right. Crappy titles. I've said it a million times and I'll keep saying it because I'll keep repeating things that you guys really need to hear in order for you to make big cash. And everything's in a title. Title, font, images, vibe, your energy. It is so important. You can have a product that has a great name and great marketing language around it and a great vibe, and it be some like product that costs almost nothing to make in Hong Kong, and it be $1 billion product. We see them all the time. You see them on infomercials. You see them in all different stores. You see them on Facebook and Instagram ads. But so many of you have great products and you have great programs, yet the title is awful. It's vague. It's like, I don't really understand what I'm getting. Now, you can have a title that's a little more vague, right? Like, selling with soul's not a good example. I'm trying to think of an example. Well, even the name of my brand in a sense is vague, right? ProjectME with Tiffany Carter. What the hell is ProjectME? But I have like a sub headline, right? You are the most exceptional product of your life, because the me is an acronym, right? You are the most exceptional project of your life. That's like the premise of the brand, right? So you can have a title that seems more vague, but you better have a sub headline that makes it clear. So my money workbook plus mini course that is coming out beginning of December, just in time for holidays to give it as gifts. I'm so excited about this. I'm not giving away the title yet, but the title of it, I don't want to say is vague. It's definitely, you know what let's just say it's called the money workbook. It's not, but like, that's pretty vague. It's like, okay, well, what about money, right? You know, it's about money. That's great. But what about money? So my sub headline makes it really clear what the workbook plus course, what it helps you with, what problem it helps alleviate, what it gets you closer to. And that's where you can add more clarity. So I really want to challenge you guys into being more clear and tangible, and ask yourself the question, would you buy it? Is it clear? And ask other people in your life. You can ask people again in Facebook groups. People love to help. You can ask a neighbor. You can ask some random person at Target, and you can say, hey, I know it's random, but I'm titling something this. What does it make you think of when I say that? People, especially right now, we're so starved for conversation and connection. People really love helping and being asked their opinion. They really do. It makes people feel good. It makes them feel helpful and of service. DM someone. You can DM me. Okay. I mean, I spend 2 hours every single day, 7 days a week in my DMs, helping you guys, answering your questions and connecting with you. You can DM me and say, this is the title of my program or my course. You know, what does it make you think of? And I'll tell you. And if it is not spot on, then you need to go back to the drawing board and refine it further and refine it further. So I gave you guys some really good places to go. I want to end with something else, but I'm careful how I'm saying it because I don't want it to overwhelm you. You can listen to other episodes where I talk about my winning launch strategy and things like that. What I've made a mistake in doing, and I know many of you have too, is I put so much time and energy into the finished product, the modules, what I'm teaching, all that. And then I have very little steam and energy and resources left for the sales page. Your sales page needs to have even probably more energy and love and attention poured into it than your final product. I know your final product and what you're going to deliver is going to be good. Otherwise, you wouldn't be attracted to me or even listening to this episode. And you've got to reserve a ton of your energy and your heart and your creativity for that sales page. And I know the thought of a sales page gives you guys a rash. And I don't mean making it like the prettiest page on earth. It's more about your energy behind it, what you write in it, all of that. That's what's more important to me, because think about all the products and things that you've bought that weren't even the best, the highest quality, but man, that ad really got you, right? That ad got you, the description inside Amazon got you, right? And you're not mad at it. The product's not horrible. It's good. I mean, but it got you, right? So it is so important for you to focus on that. I know that's not the fun part. I'm so aware that's not the fun part, but we've got to make it fun. So I've done a little like mind fuck on myself where it's like, I look at the sales page. I'm like, how can I make this fun? How can I make this a sales page that you actually want to spend time on? How can I make this a sales page that my ideal clients like don't mind looking through because it's just visually stimulating, it's interesting, it's fun, it reads quickly, and how can I pour more of my fun into it? My fun side, is it me just using more of my humor? Is it me poking fun of certain things that we do or things that I even do? Is it using GIFs? Is it using emojis, silly pictures of myself? What can you do to kind of bring out that like inner child play, even on a serious topic? but you can bring out that more of that inner child play on your sales pages. That's going to help you have more fun doing it, where you can look at it as a creative piece of the project. But that I need you guys to focus a lot more time on. You will absolutely, by following what I shared today, get significantly better results. If I'm sharing with you what I wish someone bluntly told me on repeat before, it would have saved me time, money, aggravation, and energy. And plus I would have, had blowout success launches much sooner. So if you're wanting help with this sort of thing, you have something coming up, your wheels are starting to turn or even spin really fast and you're getting overwhelmed. I don't want you to sit in the overwhelm. That serves no good, especially if you're someone who's going to sit in it and get an analysis paralysis, obsess, go to, Google University for God knows how long. And now you've wasted all this time when you could have spent $497 and in 90 minutes been clearer than you've ever been, period. So those spots go really quickly. Go to my link in bio on Instagram at ProjectME with Tiffany. Feel free to reach out to me and DM me with any questions, and go share this episode. Tag me at ProjectME with Tiffany, and I will reshare as many as I can inside my Instagram stories. I love seeing which episodes resonate with you guys, because when I know they really resonate with you, that's a way for me testing to see what you guys want more of and what you guys need and what you guys appreciate and like. And then I can create more of it for you. So that really, really helps us all out now, doesn't it? Wishing you great health, wealth, and worth as always. Love you guys. If you enjoyed this podcast, please write a 5-star review on iTunes. Not only will this make me super happy, but it will allow more listeners to find our special show. Simply help me help others.